Happy New Year, everybody. Hello, people watching on the replay, because other people will not have had a time to find this yet. Happy New Year. It's the first Monday of the year. It's a funny one in Scotland because this is still a bank holiday, because technically the 2nd of January is bank holiday, and that was on Saturday. So it's carried over to the Monday. So a lot of people in Scotland still aren't back to work. It's back to work tomorrow. So it's not quite that defined start to the working year. But I have been working today. I've been working a little bits between Christmas and New Year and in the last couple of weeks, because just doing things that I like. I haven't been doing anything that stresses me out. I haven't been doing my accounts or anything like that. I have been creating things and just making things, which has been really lovely. But my husband's back to work today. The kids are back to working. So in Scotland, they just announced this afternoon that all schools are going to be closed until the end of January. So there'll be online learning. But my two children were supposed to be doing prelims starting this, originally they were supposed to be starting this Wednesday, then they had put it back to the following Monday was going to be online. Oh, thanks, Susie. Then they were supposed to go back on the 18th, and now it's not going to be to the beginning of February. So, and that is still tenuous as well, isn't it? So I don't really know what's going to happen about exams again. So both of them had their exams cancelled last year, and we went through the whole they got the teachers put in the marks and then the algorithm. I'm sure you heard all about it. So they did in the end get the marks that the teachers gave them, which they were both really happy with, but there was a stressful period where they didn't. I know there's been lots of learnings from last year, but I really feel for the teachers, because having been trying to gather as much evidence as they possibly could in the first term of the year, there were plans for kind of 2 big prelim type exams that were really going to inform the grades. The challenge that they've got, having just had parents' evening just before school finished up, is they haven't finished the syllabus. A lot of, like, my eldest son is what we call in Scotland crashing 3 hires. So he hasn't studied them before. So it's going to take him a bit longer to get up to speed with that higher than somebody who's sat a National 5 in it. But the teachers had said, listen, don't worry about it, because we're going to put much more emphasis on the exams and assessments towards the end of the year. So they'll work out how to do it, but I really feel for them, because it's just constantly changing, and it's not anybody's fault, but I do think teachers are having a bit of a rough deal in all of this. But at least they're going to be safe, and the kids aren't all going to be in school, although some of them are. Thanks, Liz. Yeah, it's sort of, do you know, it just dried like this today. Normally I would straighten it, but it sort of dried okay, so I've just left it. It's a bit weird. Yeah, I think it's because my hair's got longer. It's sort of funny curly at the end, but I used to spend ages trying to get my hair to do that, so I'm quite pleased with it. Like your new profile photo, Liz. That's a good start for the new year. Okay, so today I want to talk about being in the club. Yes, Susie. Yeah, I know. It feels like they've had a really rough time. Hope there's some, I don't know. Yeah, there's no right answer, is there? Because at least in Scotland, they now know that they're going to be on online teaching until February. So it's given them at least a bit of time to prepare. And I assume that's kind of the logic a little bit. So yeah. Can't see in the comments, but I agree with us that your hair is lovely. So Susie, that is because I've gone live through StreamYard. So I am appearing in the Happy Side Hustle community, the Julie Bigby Happy Side Hustle coach page, and on YouTube all simultaneously. So you and Liz are the only two that are commenting at the moment, but I'm guessing you're both watching in different places. So that's all it is. So it's nothing to do with your end. It's just I get to see all the comments here. So it's really good. Anyway, I want to talk about being in the club. So have you heard of Clubhouse, the new social networking app for iPhone users only? Controversial. So probably about a month ago, I hadn't heard of this, although it did launch in June. Yeah, so it has been around for 6 months. So what is it? Clubhouse is a voice networking, an auditory networking experience where you are you're going to hear all about it. I've just seen it over the last week. Conversations people have been going mad for it. I'm going to tell you why. I'm bringing it up here. So it's networking. So basically it's rooms. So if you imagine if you're physically networking, there would be a room, and in the room there would be like two gurus in there who would be hosting a session and talking, sharing their knowledge on a particular topic. And you can go into the room and you can just listen along, but it's all live. So it's like you're physically walking into that space and you're listening to someone, and you're able to ask questions. Because it's still quite small and it's a brand new networking, I don't know whether you would call it social media or networking destination. I don't know what the exact word for it would be. There's not many people that are in there yet. So, but some of the really, really big gurus are in there, and they're just giving away their knowledge, which is amazing if you can get in to be able to benefit from that. And it's amazing for them because it's really helping people to expand their audiences. So it's a lovely win-win. And I think the idea is that you would only connect with people and visit rooms that were of interest to you. So you can very much tailor the experience that you have in Clubhouse. Anyway, the reason that I'm telling you about it is that Apple have developed this app in conjunction with the software developers, but it's an Apple exclusive app for a start. So it's making people go, right, okay, I haven't got an Apple. And you even have to have an iPhone. I don't think it works if you just got a MacBook or an iPad. I think you can use it on that once you've registered, but I think you have to have an iPhone with a number to actually register on it. So first of all, they've excluded a whole load of people, which has caused an awful lot of debate on social media. People go, well, why can't I get it? Well, just because I've got an Android phone. But the other thing that they have done, which has caused even more kind of debate, it probably isn't the word, but publicity on social media, is that you can pre-register for it, but you can only get into Clubhouse if someone who's already in there invites you. And people that are in there have a very limited number of invites. So from what I can see, when you get in, you have one other invite. You can invite somebody else that's in your contacts on your phone, but that's it. And I think you get further invites, as you've been in there for longer. And I'm not quite sure how that works. But the point that I want to make today is because you can't just join it, people are going mad to try and get invites. Somebody was selling an invite for Clubhouse on eBay, and the last time I looked at it, it was sitting at £4,000 to get the invite to get into Clubhouse. So the lesson here is one of the marketing tactics or sales tactics that you can use in your side hustle is scarcity. And scarcity is about, okay, well, see if Clubhouse was just you just signed up to it and you could go in. I probably would have checked it out, but I might not have wanted to do it today. I might have put it on my list and thought I'll check it out at some point in the future. I'm not in, right? I haven't had an invite yet. The fact I haven't had an invite yet, even though I understand scarcity and I know exactly what they're doing, is making me go, well, I really want to get in to Clubhouse now. I really want to see what's going on. And actually, one of my mentors was doing a class. I'm not sure, classes probably isn't the right word, but holding a kind of room in, hi Haley, giving away some of her knowledge basically in Clubhouse. And she'd put a post on her Facebook page to say, I'll be delivering this kind of session at 2 o'clock on Clubhouse. I'm like, I can't get in. Like, I can't get in. And the number of people underneath her post going, well, I can't get in. I can't get in. I haven't got an invite. I haven't got an invite. People are going mad for it. Facebook groups are being set up to have Clubhouse invite trains so that because everybody gets one invite, the idea is that you get in and then you invite the next person down on the list and they get in and then they invite the next person down and they invite the next person down. So you can join in that train, you can help somebody else to get in, and it's a way of everybody getting in. People are joining Facebook pages and Facebook groups just to get into these trains so they can get into Clubhouse. And the brilliant thing about this marketing is, I don't even know if it's any good. Like, it might be the future of networking, particularly for people that like I love listening to podcasts and audiobooks. So it feels like it would be right up my street. And the fact that it's live and interactive, that's really interesting to me. So I am interested to go in and see what's going on in there. And I also think, well, maybe I could host a room, maybe I could share my knowledge. I don't know. I don't quite know how it works, but it's really piqued my interest in a way that no other new social media has done. So things like Periscope came and probably went again. Things like TikTok, like I know TikTok's massive, but like it's not for me. It's not for the likes of me. I don't think I'm not particularly interested in checking it out because, well, I know I can at any point. Like, there's no scarcity, there's no rush, there's no need to really think about it now. Whereas with Clubhouse, I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like there's a club that I'm not invited to and that I really want to get in to that club so I can see what's going on. And I might go in there and go, it's not for me, but I want to be able to go in and make that decision myself. But at the moment, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed in. So are any of you in Clubhouse and can you invite me in? But secondly, I'm in an invite train thing, so I might be getting in over the next couple of days. So if anybody does want in, we could maybe do an invite train in here. But the point of this is that it's a brilliant, brilliant sales and marketing tactic to use scarcity. So there's such a buzz about Clubhouse now, and it's what Apple do brilliantly. Apple release not quite enough iPhones to meet the need. Apple release not quite enough of whatever their new product is they're promoting so that people queue outside the shops, so that people pre-register months in advance. Like this Christmas, my son wanted a PlayStation 5. So we wouldn't just buy him, that's a lot of money, but he wanted money towards it and he'd saved money himself, and he decided it mid-November, and there has not been a restock of PlayStation 5 since before that. He naively thought it might even be in a Black Friday offer, which is why he didn't quite have enough money until December, but you still can't get a PlayStation 5. And that has meant that on eBay at Christmas, people have been paying ridiculous amounts of money. People have been trying to import them from other areas of the world. I don't think you can even get them in America. They're kind of restocked and going out again. But it's created a buzz, and I don't think PlayStation have limited it as much as I don't think they intended to limit it as much as they have. There's, of course, with this year and production, manufacturing, there's all sorts of issues as to why there might not be enough available. But it creates this buzz. There's always the toy at Christmas, isn't there? There's always the toy everybody wants that sells out, and there's all those Christmas movies about it. Anyway, I want you to think about, given that's so powerful, given scarcity is such a powerful way to do business or way to market your side hustle, what could you do to give people that fear of missing out? Exactly as Susie says, fear of missing out. What could you do within your side hustle to make people go, well, I need to buy that now? Instead of, so if you go, I've got an Etsy shop, here's the things that I make, pop along and visit anytime. People are like, oh yeah, I must do that. Whether they get round to or not is debatable. But if you have some sort of scarcity, so you say, put a post going, I only have 2 of these left. That's it, and I can't get any more supplies for them. So the first 2 people to comment on here, the first 2 people to go straight to this link and buy, that's it. There's no more. So if you really like this, you need to act like today. All of a sudden, there's now a scarcity. Now, I'm not suggesting that you make up scarcity. You don't go, there's only one left if you've got 100. But if you have only got one, tell people it's not going to be okay to just wait until next month. If you're running a course, tell people you can either jump in now or you can wait. It will open again, but it will cost this much more next time. This is how much it's going to cost. So they really understand that, okay, I can act now or I can wait, but there's a consequence to waiting for that. Things like flash offers work brilliantly as well. So you can go, we're in January. This is the time of the January sale. People are kind of expecting a bit of a January sale, not necessarily from somebody who makes handmade stuff, but on Etsy, you'll see a lot of people that are creating handmade sales at this time, and particularly around payday in January. That's kind of a good one at the moment. We're probably in this a little bit of a lull where you need to encourage people to spend. But if you were to do a sale that maybe kind of ran over payday or around payday, that could be good. But make it very specific. It's only for today, or it's only until the 30th, or it's only, so you're giving people a reason to make a decision right now. You could even do posts around, on Etsy, it'll show you the number of people that have your item in their basket. So again, if you have, say you maybe have 20 of something, so it doesn't seem to be in short supply, but you can see on Etsy that there are 17 people that have it in their basket. You can put a post saying, you could screenshot that and put a post saying, 17 people have this in their basket and I only have 20. Don't miss out. If you're looking for one of these, they're going to sell out in the next couple of days. So again, just let people know there's an urgency, there's a scarcity there. You could do things like bundling things together. So you could do if you buy this, you get this for today only. You get this thing free. Or if you buy this, you can get this one for half price today only. Because you bought today, you can get this for a tenner until midnight tonight. All things that can be done in it via social media posts. You can also do that quite easily through most websites. Etsy has ways that you can do coupons. Etsy has ways that you can automatically send a customer a coupon if they've purchased from you. So after a specific time, it sends them a coupon to say, if you want to buy something else, here's a discount code for you. You could do things like pre-orders. So you could show if you had stock arriving or there was something new that you were making, you could show a picture and you could say, here is something that I'm making. Again, this is just a trial. I'm only going to have 2 or 3 of these to start with. If you're interested in it, please comment immediately on this post and I'll kind of send you the link to buy it. It might not even make it to my Etsy shop. Don't assume that it will. It just depends on the interest in it. Sorry, I feel like I've got to sneeze. I'm not sure how. Or you could make something a limited edition. So again, you could make something, you could create something and say, this is only available in January. This is it. I'm not going to be making this again. This is a one of a kind. I'm only going to make 5 of these. I'm going to make sure that this is exclusive. There's only 5 of them in the world. Comment below, or here's the link if you want to grab one before they go. Just some ideas. So let me see, Liz. I did a basket sale. I sent them all 10% off code and they all emptied their basket. I think Etsy might automatically empty their baskets after a specific amount of time, Liz. So that might have been a coincidence. But your task today is, I want you to think about, how could you create scarcity? How could you create urgency in your side hustle? January will tend to be a slow month before payday for a lot of people, but you can really kind of up the interaction, the energy around your side hustle by creating some urgency, some scarcity. So go away and think about, what could you do today or over the next week to create scarcity in your side hustle? You're welcome, Liz. There's no way people are going to take all those out of their baskets at the same time because you give a discount. If it was in their basket, they loved it in the first place, Liz. So, okay, go away, think about scarcity, think about how you can make something exclusive, how you can get that Clubhouse vibe in your side hustle. And all things being well, I will see you again on Thursday. Take care.